Good morning. Welcome back. Mi casa, su casa. A little more casual as you can see though, but want to come to you live this morning and talk to you about IXL FF.8. Now this standard deals with the area between two triangles. Now ultimately, you guys should be all good with finding the area of a triangle. After all, you multiply the base times the height, then of course you cut that in half. Now, all you're having to do when you want to find the difference between two triangles is simply find the triangle's area, find the smaller triangle's area, and then subtract. I pulled this problem up from IXL. Now remember, for these lessons, 11 through 20, all you have to do is get an IXL SMART score of 80 or higher. Okay, if you get right on the dot 80, you can quit, you're done. If you get a SMART score of 82, 83, 91, 95, you're all done. If you go on and you get that SMART score of 100, you get 10 extra bonus points, and I'll shout you out on our future videos. Be sure to subscribe if you like, and that way every time I create one of these new videos, you'll automatically be notified. You can use a calculator on these if you like. I'm more than cool with that. And of course, lessons 11 through 20 are going to be math using IXL. Lessons 21 and on are going to be some cool science stuff that you guys can do at home, and we're going to get to mess around with like some newer concepts and things like the stuff that's going on right now in our world. Do some physics things. I'll be able to do some experiments. And don't forget, we'll have our big rocket special coming up here soon, but that won't be for at least another week or two. We'll make sure that the weather's really nice, and we'll do everything we can. If we come back to school in May, we'll shoot those rockets in May. I won't let you miss the opportunity for your rockets. But let's get right into this. So this first problem I pulled up from IXL. You have a large triangle that has a base of 14 meters and a height of 20 meters. Now you have a smaller triangle that has a base of 7 meters and a height of 11 meters. So ultimately all you have to do is take the area of both and subtract, okay? Let's start with the large one. We've got 20 times 14, okay? 4 times 0 is 0, 4 times 2 is 8. Placeholder, 1 times 0 is 0, 1 times 2 is 2. And now we add 0, 8, 2. 280. Cool. Now we do half of that, because remember, for a triangle, it's half of a quadrilateral. So half of 280 would be 140. Okay? And that is my area, 140 meters squared for the large triangle. In fact, let me write that. Large equals sign. So there it is. There's our large. Now we got to do our small. A base of 7, a height of 11. So 11 times 7 equals 77. Cool. Now we got to split that in half. Okay? So 77 divided by 2. Well, 2 goes into 7 3 times. That makes 6. 7 minus 6 is 1. We drop our 7. 2 goes into 17 8 times. 8 times 2 is 16. 17 minus 16 is 1. Decimal point, what's half of 1? That's right, a half. 50 cents, right? So it's going to come out as 38.5. Okay? So now we have 38.5. And remember, that is for the small. And now all you have to do is subtract these two. So what I'm going to do, just for purpose, is I'm going to put my decimal point and a 0. So now I can do this subtraction problem correctly. I'm going to borrow from the 4. It becomes a 3. This becomes a 10. This becomes a 9. And this becomes a 10. And now I'm all set up for my subtraction. 10 minus 5 is 5. Decimal point. See, when we're adding and subtracting, that decimal point just comes straight down. 9 minus 8 is 1. 3 minus 3 is 0. And then the 1 itself just drops straight. So what we have is, in total area, the difference is 101 1.5 meters squared. And remember, we're squaring this because we're dealing with two dimensions, base and height. So 101.5, I come right over here to IXL, I scroll down, I type in 101.5. Wonderful, and I'm already at a smart score of 10. It's giving me another set of triangles. Let's take a look at them. Okay, new problem, new triangles. Here we go. Hope everybody's been doing good. Hope you're staying happy. Hope you're staying healthy. Remember, you can reach out to me at any time that you like. You can contact me through Google Classroom. You can contact me through Classroom Dojo. You can holler at me through phone, email, text. Thank you to the people that are putting comments on the videos. Anything you ask or say on the videos and the comments, I'll answer back as well. Thank you to people that have been super nice. Mr. Boston had a great comment the other day where he said that the content we were doing was exactly what he was looking for, and it really helped. Brandon Boston, I really appreciate you on that. So let's look at this triangle. It goes the opposite way, but once again, we're still going to do it the same way. We have another right triangle. Okay, there's the larger right triangle, and then it has a smaller triangle inside of it. But once again, just because we're facing the opposite way doesn't change anything about how we do the problem. We have a height of 19 millimeters and a base of 20 millimeters. And then for the smaller triangle, we have a height of 14 millimeters and a base of 15 millimeters. Okay, once again, base times height cut in half. So let's start with this. We've got a base of 20 times 19. 9 times 0 is 0. 9 times 2 is 18. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 2 is 2. Oh, remember, and Johnson almost lost it there. Couldn't forget my placeholder. That would have been bad. And now we add those. 0 plus 0 is 0. 8 plus 0 is 8. 1 plus 2 is 3. So we have 380, but that's just base times height. Now we have to cut that in half. So half of 380. Well, we can take 380, divide that by 2. 2 goes into 3 one time. 1 times 2 is 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. The 8 drops. 2 goes into 18 9 times. 9 times 2 is 18. 0, the 0 drops. 2 goes into 0 0 times. And now we're officially done. So the large triangle has an area of 190. The large triangle has a large area of 190 millimeters squared. Now it's time for us to do the small triangle. We've got 14 times 15. All right, here we go. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 makes 7. Placeholder, 1 times 4 makes 4, and 1 times 1 makes 1. And now we're ready to add those up. So 0 plus 0 is 0. 7 plus 4 is 11. We carry a 1, and then 1 plus 1 is 2. So we have 210. Well, now we take our 210 and we split that in half. 210 divided by 2. 2 goes into 2 one time. 2 minus 2 is 0. The 1 drops. 2 cannot go into 1. It goes into it 0 times. So 0 times 2 is 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. And now the 0 drops. 2 goes into 10 5 times. That makes 10. 10 minus 10 is 0. So 105. The small has an area of 105 millimeters squared. And now we're ready to subtract. I borrow from my 9. This becomes an 8. This becomes a 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 8 minus 0 is 8. and 1 minus 1 cancels each other out. So our difference is 85 millimeters squared. That's it, my good friends. We work right over here to the IXL. 85, enter. Oops, it helps if you actually put the numbers into the computer. 85, enter. Awesome. Smart score up to 19, and it gives me my next right triangle. So I hope, as you can see here, when you're doing the difference between two right triangles, all you have to do is base times height, divide that in half. Get the area of the large, get the area of the small, and then subtract the small from the large, and that will give you what you have as far as the difference between the two. I hope you have a great day. I hope you know I miss you, and I look forward to seeing you very, very soon. Bye.